Okay, hi guys, welcome to the second episode of Unagicast. Today we have Zyon here. Say hello, Zyon.
Hi.
Okay, so this was very rushed, so we're just going to get straight into the questions. How did you get chosen to be on Unagicast?
You said pick a number from 0 to 100, 1 to 100? I forgot what it was.
Yeah, 0 to 100.
And I said 52, which happened to be the one you're thinking of.
Yep, so...
Sheer luck.
Yeah, what happened was I was looking for volunteers for Unagicast, and I just said pick a number between 0 and 100, and you just chose the exact number, so now you have to be here.
Yeah.
Alright, so why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
No.
Okay. So...
there's not much to say, I think. I play Mario. I do that. Yeah, I suck at talking about myself, so...
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
So, when did you first play Mario 64?
I started playing in, late 2017, early 2018. But I didn't really play seriously until maybe, 2019.
It's interesting. So, I feel like I should probably fill in the first question for you now that I think about it. So, because I was expecting you to answer this. So, generally, you are known as a RTABC runner, real-time 8-button challenge, and
Yep.
you are second in terms of world records, right after Billy?
I think so. I think so, maybe.
You're one of the top runners. You've done a lot of the really hard stars. Have you done Dark Worlds 0x?
I have several times.
Yeah. I remember you
Yeah.
were struggling with the pipe. I didn't know if you actually got that.
No, I think I've completed Dark World 3 times.
Okay.
So
yeah, you're extremely good at the game, at least in that regard.
in that regard, yes.
Yeah.
It's a
Mario
multifaceted
64 has
thing, so.
a lot of things that you can be very good at and very bad
Right.
in other aspects.
Right.
So, you first started playing Mario 64 in, you said, late 2017?
Yeah.
Is that just general, like that was your first time playing the game, or was that when you started getting involved with it on a more technical level?
So I just played the game completely casually, and then I think for point of reference, my profile picture, which is a picture of Mario bowing at the end of the game, that was taken around February of 2018. And that was right about when I started getting into 16 star.
Hmm.
And I didn't get into ABC or RTABC at least until 2020, 2021.
So you got into Mario 64 in a more in-depth way, mostly because of speed running.
Yep.
When did you first get interested in the 8-button challenge?
So the whole reason I started playing the game actually is because I got recommended a lot of Panon's videos. And I loved watching his videos, not about the actual A-Press saves, but about the weird things like blink cycles and sleeping and all that. The things that you wouldn't normally care about that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those videos are a great gateway into getting into the 8-button
It's
challenge.
the gateway drug, yeah.
Yeah, you start off by watching the Impossible Coin, and then 5 years later, here you are.
Yep.
So,
It's Panon's fault.
were you involved with the TAS 8-button challenge at all before getting into RTABC?
I wasn't involved, and I still am not involved. I don't think I've ever been involved at any point. I might have been referenced somewhere in the RTA video, maybe. But I don't think I've had any contributions to the task history.
I see. And you first started getting involved with RTABC 2020, 2021. What was that like?
So, it was weird, because I was joining right when Billy and Dabs were on their way out. Billy still had a couple months left in him. Babs were just done. I said Dabs by accident the first time, but as Babs, he did a lot of interesting stuff.
Do you mean Bad Boo instead of Billy?
Sorry?
Sorry, I think it's cutting out. Do you mean... You said Billy. Do you mean Bad Boot was on his way out?
No. I joined well after Bad Boot.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think my first message was May of 2021, and it was if safe states were allowed, because I actually spent a lot of my free time in like 2019 doing real-time ABC for Star Road, but not like comparing it to record because I didn't know what the record was. I was just doing it for fun to see what I could do. And I use save states for that on occasion. So that's why I asked that. In hindsight, really dumb question, but
well, everyone's got to start somewhere.
yeah.
If you use save states, then if it's just for personal challenge, then I don't consider that to be cheating as long as you don't submit it to the leaderboards. But what was your first major accomplishment with RTABC?
So my first accomplishment is probably Bits Red's 8.5x. Because at the time, the reason I was doing that is because there wasn't a video for it. It was like listed as 9.5 on the sheet, but the video didn't exist. The runner never finished their run. I think what happens is they died the browser and then they just didn't upload the video. Which Bits is like a really hard record to get as a beginner. But I don't know why I went for it other than the fact there was no video, but that's the reason. So
you decided to just go for it and save an A press on top of that?
Yeah. I think the A press save at the time was doing the either the VSC for one of the red coins or the VSC on the ending elevators.
Yeah, Bits seems like a very, very difficult star in general. And then it's only gotten lower from there. It's at 6.5 now?
Yeah, red's at 6.5, no red's at 4.5. And the thing with Bits is that the route overall was the same for a while, and then now there's being some new reds routing, as you're aware, but
yeah.
For a while it was just kind of like, here's the route, and we do this one thing differently, but everything else is the same.
Just incremental until recently.
Right.
Was there a time when you realized that you were starting to get very good at RTABC, or did it just creep up on you until you were in second place?
So, the thing of that, right, I don't like calling myself good at things. I don't know why, I just struggle to do it. So, I never really thought I was good until I did Max Stars for a while, and I realized that, like, I was the only person that was really grinding that. And when I hit 25 stars, which at the time was the limit in the category, I felt really proud of myself for that. And then that feeling kind of went away until I did Dark World, and I felt proud of myself again.
Yeah, that was that made it into the Bismuth documentary as well.
Did it?
There was a small section on RTABC, and that was one of the things.
Right, yep.
Yeah, until Ivan did Dark Worlds, I believe, or Chain Chomp Skate. I forget which was the one that was mentioned. It was one of the... It was
Dark World.
Okay, that makes sense then. I think he was talking. Yeah. I think Bismuth was talking about Dark World, but then started showing video of Chain Chomp Skate.
Maybe.
I don't remember that off the top of my head. It's been a while since I watched it. And now the bar for Max Stars is very high.
Yeah, I haven't done a run in a while because I haven't had like I have the motivation, but I don't have the time.
Yeah. It seems like a difficult category. I haven't put any attempts into it myself, just because it seems difficult without learning a bunch of the stars.
Right.
Which obviously you need to do, but it's kind of hard to put my thoughts into words in that regard. It just seems like a very difficult thing to get into and to be competitive in. So 25 stars is really impressive.
Yeah, I was actually shocked when Ivan got Dark World and then he put it into Max Stars immediately.
Yeah.
For reference, my run that beat his 37 star. I started doing that at the start of my winter break, which runs for nearly a month from like Christmas to January like 18th or so. And it took me that entire break to get one run.
Man. So yeah, even independent of Ivan beating it, that's still just an impressive run and an impressive accomplishment regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Have you made any independent major discoveries in the game? Even if somebody else discovered it first, is there anything big that you've discovered that that you would consider be major?
So this is the obvious answer of the wing cap tower.
Yeah.
That's the obvious answer.
Yeah.
But I think for an actual answer, I don't know. The thing with me and A-Press saves is that I kind of just execute other people's ideas. Like most of bits is just ideas from like KMac or other people. I think probably the most major thing I can think of off the top of my head is that I found the first hope for merry-go-round. I don't know if I got a new hope since then, but there's you use MIPS in the basement to get a hope for merry-go-round.
And that's for the crazy box?
Yes, it's for the crazy box out of bounds.
I see.
Not out of bounds, between the walls.
Yeah, to bounce into
Yeah.
the star after the King
Right.
Boo or the Big Boo fight.
Right.
Okay. Can you tell us about the rat?
Okay. I just realized what you asked there. Okay. So, my Discord about me says, what does it say? I don't have a brain in my head, instead there's a rat that runs really fast. I'm assuming you're asking about that.
Yes.
Okay. So, one day at work, I was reaching into the fridge, and I think I made a joke about a rat, just like off the top of my head. And I got home, and I made that my about me, since I didn't actually have an about me, or at least a good one. And that was like 2021, I feel like, and I haven't changed it since then. So, now it's just a lore that my brain is a rat that runs around really fast.
How is the rat in your brain doing? Or the rat that is in place of your brain? How is he doing?
Well, I can't look inside my head and see how he's doing. But he's probably doing alright.
Does he eat? Does he get food or water or anything?
Well, I eat, so, like...
He just leeches off of you?
Probably.
Oh, it sounds like a parasite. You should get that taken
Most
care
brains do that. Most brains require blood or, like, something, you know?
of. Not mine. That's why I'm
Is your
here
brain-
right now.
Your brain just, like, separated from everything?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
I still can't believe that there's no collision in the bottom of the tower.
Yeah, it's...
That is an impressive discovery.
I don't remember when I found that. I think I found
Yeah.
that, like, 2019 or so. I was just messing around, and I was like, huh, there's no collision down there. And that didn't come up until several years later when I was playing Trash Edition, and I brought it up as, like, a cool party trick.
Are there any projects that you're working on right now that you want to bring up?
So, I have the spreadsheet. That's been, like... I have motivation for it, but I'm focusing on other things right now, like school and work. And then more off things, like my Max Stars. I want to get back into that at some point. And overall, I'm just trying to get back into RTABC, because I did have a hiatus. And I did have a run for that one case hack that was like a crossover between Ocarina of Time and Mario. I was working on a route for a category of that I made up. And I do want to finish that at some point this year. Maybe next year. But I think that's everything.
I see. I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks.
Are there any last things you want to tell the audience? Great. So with that, I think that we'll wrap everything up now.
I think thing for the audience would be, if you want to try something, don't be afraid to just do it. Because most things, for me at least, I plan too far ahead and I panic. If you just don't think and do it, you'll probably be better off than whatever planning you're gonna do.
Yeah. So if there's a project you want to try, just jump in, just do it.
Yeah, just do it.
Great. Well, thanks for joining us, Zyon. Appreciate you coming on.
No problem.
All right.
Appreciate you for interviewing me.
Yeah, of course. All right. See ya.
See you. Ligma.